Taking calls from Liverpool fans after winning the title, Jason Cundy just issued you this heartfelt apology after years of hate.
Congratulations to every Liverpool fan out there. No, seriously, mate, you
Whoop it.
I can't do it. He make me laugh.
Oh, you're killing me! You're killing me! You're so, you just do it. Come on!
Congratulations, Liverpool. Well done. You deserve another Premier League title. Well done. Best team won it. But without any question. Jeez, honestly, that's not fair. I'll do it again later. It's not fair. It's not fair.
No, you had your chance.
No, I didn't. You
summed yourself up.
A whooping coming in.
No, you've summed yourself up, mate. You can't give credit where it's due.
No, I don't. I've said it all night. Well done. Congratulations. Deserve it. One more than Blackburn. Well done.
03717223344. Let's go to Moaning Mo. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Moaning.
There he is. All right, Moaning.
You all right? How are you? Good?
All right, Moaning. Oh, hold on. Is that a smile on Moaning's face so we can hear?
Sounds like a smile, doesn't it?
I'm not. You know what? I was smiling until I listened to your rubbish, and then my smile suddenly dropped. Because why are you so bitter, man? You support Chelsea, literally the most boring Premier League winning side in the Premier League history.
5. But before you go, hold on. You're 3 behind. Right, get it right.
Did you forget that you support the most boring side in Premier League history? Did you forget the 2005 season when you kept winning 1-0 and scamming 2-0 wins?
Yeah.
Number 5.
And putting 10 defenders on the field. Why don't you talk about that? Why are you so bothered about Liverpool that have actually won the title?
No, I'm not bothered. I'm just saying congratulations, Mo.
You seem so bothered. You seem so bothered.
Moaning, well done. One more than Leicester. One more than Leicester now.
You're getting boring, Jason. It's always the same thing. You're like a broken disc.
Number 2.
Do you know what? That's 2. That's 2. That's 2 league titles since 1990.
You haven't won one since 2015.
How many years is that? 1990.
You keep counting because you could be 30,
35. 2 in 35 year.
Number 2.
Well done.
Listen, I know you're not the best at math, but it's 2 and 5 years. Come on, you know it.
Well, if you there's many different ways of working it out, Mo.
It's basic math. There's a pretty simple way of looking at it. It's 2 and 5 years. You count from the first one, from the last one that's been won. It's 2 and 5 years. You're meant to be impartial on this radio.
I prefer 2. I prefer 2 since 1990.
Being impartial. You're not paid. So
I'll tell you, I'll give you 3 then. 3 since 1990. I'll give you that. I'll give you another one.
Take your glasses off me and stop being bitter and jealous, yeah?
Number 3.
Moaning, what have you been up to today? You been celebrating?
Yeah, I've been listening
Where
to you.
Where have you been?
Your tears are delicious.
Where have you been today? Where have you been out celebrating?
Number 3.
Sorry?
Where have you been out today? You must have been out today celebrating.
Go out the weekend? What'd you do?
I've been busy and I've been working.
Well,
Not everyone's life can revolve around one thing.
Well, sure,
But I'm
Liverpool.
happy, by the way.
What do you mean? Well, Liverpool fans, their whole lives have all ran it on the weekend and then winning the title. Where were you?
You're working, aren't you? You're working. We all have to work.
Yeah, but I'm not a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, but you're working. You're working. You're literally working. Even if Tottenham won the league.
But did you not celebrate yesterday?
Mo's been out celebrating. Of course he has. He'll tell us where he's been. Where you been, Mo?
Just been celebrating, innit? Would you like surveillance footage?
What did you say?
In it.
Like
Celebrate in it.
Who you been with?
I'm going to go to the title parade and celebrate heavily.
Boring! All right, Mo, listen.
Cheers, Moaning.
See you later.
Even when he's happy, he's moaning.
No. Let's go to Mark. He's a Liverpool fan. All right, Mark?
No, Mark.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. Cundy, you don't half wind me up sometimes.
No, listen, congratulations, Mark. I've said nothing but good things about Liverpool tonight. Congratulations, well done. You deserve it.
Before I get into that, Cundy, sorry, mate, before I get into that, let me just say, right, I'm a Liverpool season ticket holder. I was there on Sunday. I was crying my eyes out. I don't mind admitting that.
Yeah,
and
so
it
you
was
should.
such
That's the way it should be.
an emotional experience. So I'm so happy for many levels. But look, here's some facts, Cundy. How many goals have we scored this season?
You have scored 80.
How many have we conceded?
32.
Right, so we've got the second best defence so far. We scored the most goals in the league, by a mile.
Yep.
80 goals. That's an average of around 2.5 goals a game, and conceded less than 1 a game. That is not a dull team, Cundy, mate. I just don't agree. Sorry, it's not a dull team.
I don't know, mate. I'm comparing this to the Liverpool side 18-19 season when you got 97 points, right, under Klopp, right?
Yeah.
I remember the season you got 99 points in 1920, right? And also 2022. Those Liverpool sides, what was a better team? The Klopp team that finished second or the team that's won this season?
Well, look, I can honestly say, and here's my perspective. As I say, I'm a season ticket holder. I go to all the games, and I've been to Klopp's games. They're very different styles of football. Yes, Klopp's team were more entertaining in many ways, but they were so frustrating in other ways as well sometimes. But you just touched on some really important stats there. We could potentially still get 94 points if we win our final 4 games.
Yep.
Only 5 teams have done that in history. And Liverpool have done it 3 times. And Chelsea have done it once, and City have done it twice. Sorry, 3 teams have done it. Man United did it, but that was in like a 42-game season, I think it was, if I remember right. So, again, that's just more evidence from my perspective that we're not a dull team.
But Mark, you haven't answered the question, though.
Which question?
You flirted around it. What's the better team? The team that finished second or this team?
Well, what do you measure the better team against? Entertainment or
you tell
points?
me.
Or...
Well, I mean, you tell me.
You're a season ticket holder.
There's no right or wrong answer. I know my answer. I'm asking you what your answer is.
Okay, well, let me give you this perspective then. If I measure it in how...
You're not going to answer, are you? You're not going to answer.
You're flirting around it. Mark, come on, mate. It's fine.
Sorry, Mark, are you a politician?
Is Keir Starmer on the phone here?
I will answer it for you, right? I think that golden era under Klopp, when we had Bobby Firmino, Salah up front,
Mane, that team, that team.
That for me, I would say, is the better team than the current team on paper and performance. However, Klopp's teams made me cry just as much as Slot's teams made me cry on Sunday, and so it's an emotive thing, isn't it? Football. It's like, what is it that gets you? What is it that really gets you, like, emotionally? And I've been touched by them both, and it's just incredible. I can't explain how I felt on Sunday, and so
it's your club, isn't it? You can't get away from it. It's your club. It's your passion. It's in your heart.
But Mark, can I ask you this, right? Because I think the problem is, right, and maybe I can understand why you feel a bit annoyed with me, but I believe what I'm saying. The problem that Liverpool have got right now is that the reason no one has find out how good this slot team is because no one's pushed them, and the thing with Klopp's team and with those where you boys went toe to toe, you got it's a little bit like Nadal and Federer, right? Where you got the best out of one another, and then you got Djokovic. Again, it's like you got the best out of the best because the best was turning up. No one's pushed Liverpool. No one's asked questions. No one's driven. No one's put you in any jeopardy. It's been a cakewalk, and we might never find out how good this slot team is until next season.
Well, can I share some on that, Cundy? Because it is. I get you. I understand where you're coming from, right? But I've been to some of our games when it's not been an easy game. We've conceded first, and we've had to really claw it back. We've had a couple of draws that have been very difficult, and it's not been a cakewalk. You're right, but it's not been easy. It's just not been easy at all. We've had to really offer some games.
You've had no scoreboard pressure. That's what I'm talking about. You've had no scoreboard pressure. You've had no one. You've not looked over your shoulder too many times since Christmas, and that's the thing that you need someone to drive every. It's like that City team, that Liverpool team that went toe to. Honestly,
14 games, they just win every week.
It was insane, and I don't feel the rest of the league has been good enough to push those results continually to come and go. And I just feel as though look, I've said it. Liverpool have embarrassed the Premier League. Congratulations, you deserve. I genuinely mean that. But I think that it's to the detriment of the league that you've won it so convincingly and so comfortably. I don't think you've been asked enough questions to find out how good this team is. That's what I'm saying.
Mark, appreciate your call.
Cheers, Mark.
Can we squeeze Jay on? He's a Liverpool fan. Can we get Jay on? All right, Jay.
Hello, lads. How are you?
I'm all right, Jay. How are you?
Yeah, on top of the world, mate. Absolutely on top of the world.
Jay.
Great weekend for you. Did you celebrate? Where would you go? Was you in Liverpool?
I was there, mate. Yeah, I was there. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
But look, lads, appreciate you squeezing me on. I just want to basically say, why are my fellow Liverpool fans getting so taking it personally when people saying it's a weak league, we didn't get pushed? So what? We're league champions. Bask in the glory. Enjoy it. How many seasons have we seen in the past, since the Premier League started? I've seen Man United win leagues at a canter. I've seen Chelsea win it at a canter. Guardiola's won it. I could go on and on. But hats off to them. They dominated. They played well. They didn't get challenged, exactly like us. And do you know what? Fair play to Arne Slot, because you guys might laugh at this, but there have been a lot of games. I can't remember many games this season where we've actually won comfortably. If we played every game and we're just destroying teams 3-4-0, and we had the title wrapped up back in Feb, March, whatever, I'd get it. But there's been a lot of squeaky bum times, lads, playing the games. I can only recall 3 Premier League games where we've actually won it comfortably and I've actually been able to relax. So just wanted to get your thoughts on that, really.
No, I think you're right. The point I was making to Mark, the previous caller, is that it's like you're looking at the next result, and I felt that you've not been pushed to have to win on certain days because you know that City play at 4:30 on the Sunday, you're playing 12:30 on the Saturday, or someone else's, Arsenal are putting pressure on you. It's not been that league. It's been where you've played whenever you played, and there's not been a lot of jeopardy going into 2025 that I've seen enough where you've gone into the Sunday. Like they call it Super Sunday, right? How many Super Sundays have there been? Genuine. How many Super Sundays have there genuinely been? We go, right, Liverpool win on the Saturday, Arsenal got to win on the Sunday, or vice versa. It hasn't happened.
But mate,
it's not your fault.
I absolutely agree with you. It's not our fault, but I'm not going to take that personally. I'm just going to enjoy the fact we got the job done, and the rest of the Premier League, who our rivals spent a lot more than us. We bought a ball boy, an Italian ball boy. No one expected us to do it. And you're right, lads. We don't have the individual talent that we used to, like, your Cristianos, your Suarez, Gerrards, Lampards, Robins. I think the game's changed a lot in the Premier League, where it's more about, I think the coaching's improved. And I think Jamie made a really good point about, the medium teams have gone a bit better. You've seen, the rise of Newcastle, Villa. But what I wanted to say is you're absolutely right, mate. We haven't been challenged. The rest of the Premier League need to take a look at themselves. But I've got to say to you, can you name me 5 games where Liverpool have absolutely trashed everybody? Mate, we got through some games of the skin of our teeth because we had to be resilient. I get what you're saying, that, Arsenal never took advantage when we drew games and everything, but, that's down to them. We showed grit, we showed resilience, and we got the job done, even though we had to really, really be under the cosh in a lot of games this season. But I completely agree with you, mate. It hasn't been, but I just want to say to fellow Liverpool fans, just enjoy it. Just enjoy. We're league champions, and we get to go to a parade, and we got to experience the final whistle, the red smoke at Anfield and around the city. It was absolutely joyous, mate.
Jay, you're a star, mate. I appreciate you.
Great call, and he's taken it the right way. It's
who cares?
You mentioned the smoke there.
Yeah, the blue one.
Blue smoke up the backside. What happened to blue smoke?
Yeah, there's a few blue.
I heard about this on Saturday.
Someone's spending some dough on some flares, wasn't it?
They wrapped them in red
Yeah, wrapped the blue
They took,
flares.
apparently there was 10,000 of them.
Yeah, well, they didn't go all around though, did they? It was very. I mean, I was watching the. You probably didn't watch it because you're very bitter.
No, I was watching the FA Cup.
You
It's
did.
at the same time, wasn't it?
It was on.
No.
So you didn't watch Liverpool at all.
Well, I on my computer. There's a little bit of delay.
Yeah. When obviously when they won it, did you watch
Battery
all
ran out.
Battery ran out.
I couldn't watch both at the same time.
There was red flares everywhere.
There were I see the couple blue ones apparently on social media.
Yeah, that's good banter to be fair.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.